What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. This is Rico, and if you haven't already, I want you to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. I wanted to talk today about taking control over your finances. And how you take control over your finances is knowing where your money is going, exhibiting positive behaviors. In order to know where your money is going, you have to set a budget. I know it sounds simple, and it is simple, but a lot of people fail to control their money. They fail to know where their money is going. And think of an athlete. Think of the athletes. You wonder how in the world athletes make so much money. These NBA players or these NFL players, baseball players, how they make so much money, but then you see after they're done playing football or playing sports, they're broke. Someone has swindled them out of their money, or their financial advisors have been taking money, and they don't, and then when they're done playing, everything is all over the place. They figure that you think that train of money is going to keep on lasting forever, but things happen. Or even when players are playing, these type of things happen. I see athletes who are playing at an older age or are having to do things that they don't want to do because of the lack of financial responsibilities that they have exhibited during their career. So it's very important that we educate ourselves and be able to control our money and know where our money is going. And you don't know where your money is going if you just getting money and just spending it. And I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how little money you make. You have to know where your money is going. You have to know, because things can kind of slip from you. For example, when I set my budget and sat down and kind of really evaluated my finances, I figured out that, hey, a lot of money is going towards fast food and things like that, and just making frivolous transactions, frivolous purchases. And those purchases add up over time. You think they're small. You think you're going to this restaurant or Chick-fil-A, or you going to Chipotle or any of those restaurants, and you think, hey, this $8, this $9, this $10, it's small, I'm good. But then if you keep doing this or doing that over and over again, to where you make these purchases, those add up over time. So it's very important to know where your money is going, and there's nothing wrong with going to those places. But the issue is when it happens and you think, hey, I should have more of this, or I should have more in my account. Or if you notice, hey, that on my spending, I have a lot of miscellaneous stuff, as far as these things I don't need. I have these things with streaming companies. I have like Disney Plus or the other streaming companies, Netflix and all those. And you figure out, hey, I got like 3 or 4 of these. Do I really need this? Is it really important? Is this something that I need, or is this something that I want? And you be able to evaluate your finances once you sit down and once you come up with a game plan and just evaluate how much money that you have coming in and how much money you have coming out. And once you can evaluate that, that's when you can be able to figure out, okay, I need to cut this from my budget, or I'm able to add this to my budget. I'm able to I need to subtract this service from my budget to be able to free up some money. And you just be able to really know what you can do, essentially, because a lot of times, I think a lot of people get into spontaneous spending. Meaning, once you get money and get an income, you just spend money. And I think a lot of people are like that. And it's very important, especially during these times, to be able to know where your money is going instead of having spontaneous, spending. You get money, you go out during the weekend, both days, Friday, and then you going out every day for lunch. I know a lot of people. You going out every day for dinner, and that stuff adds up over time. It adds up, and it's very important to set a plan for your money. I think about the phrase, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, essentially. So you have to be able to have a plan for your money. And so I suggest having a zero-based budget, and that means you list your income on one side. So you list your income, how much money that you actually have coming in for the month. So let's say $5,000, and then let's list your bills. So and also let's list your food, things you need, your gas and stuff like that. How much you plan on spending for the month, and the goal is to allocate that $5,000 that you have of income, and allocate every dollar of that $5,000 towards your expenses, towards your liabilities for the month. And then once you do that, that's when you're set, basically. So the goal, so prior you were doing spontaneous spending, meaning your $5,000, you didn't know exactly where every dollar was going for that month. You were just spending. You paid your rent, you paid your bills, but you had a lot of spontaneous spending, so you don't know exactly where every dollar is going. But then with the zero base budget sheet, before the month or the start of the month, before you start the spending, you're allocating every dollar of your $5,000 towards something for the month. So you have it allocated for your rent, you have it allocated towards your bills, utilities. You have it allocated of how much you plan on spending for your groceries, how much you have planned for maybe like your haircut or anything like that, or getting your hair did. You have it planned for how much you have set aside for household goods. So you have every dollar allocated. Hence the reason why it's called the zero-based budget, because you have $0 to spare. Basically, you have every dollar allocated, and even you can have it allocated some money towards towards the fun things in life. You may have, hey, I got $300 allocated to go out for the month, or to travel for the month. You have every dollar allocated. So by the end, on that balance sheet or on the zero-based budget sheet, you should be able to subtract your income, which is $5,000, and you should be able to add up all your expenses, and it should total $5,000. And you can be able to do $5,000 of your income minus the $5,000 that you have allocated, and it should equal zero. And that means that you have every dollar allocated. You should be able to add up every expense, everything that you plan on doing with that $5,000 for the month, and it should equal $5,000. And you should be able to track that, to check yourself to make sure it equals zero. Hence the reason it's called the zero-based budget. So I suggest that, and it's very important to be able to know where your money is going, like I stated, because you have to take control over your money. You have to know where your money is going, and know that you are controlled, and that you do have power to change your finances. So I just want to share that. And if you haven't already, I want you to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and place a comment and let me know what you're thinking. And just know that you have the power to change your finances. Take control of your finances, know where your money is going, set a budget, and have healthy, good financial habits. Peace.